I went ahead and I have already attached the mangoTraining package. So the first thing is we want to find the subset, and then we're gonna use pkData, and we're gonna say pkData, and then we want when subject equals 1, and then we also want when subject equals 2. So we need to change this. So now what you want to do, we're gonna first start by making a plot for subject 1. Remember, we want blue filled circles. So in order to do that, we're gonna use function plot, and we're gonna say for subject 1, I want time. Okay, then also for subject 1, I want the concentration. Okay, remember I want blue filled circles, so we can use 16 because it's filled, and then we're gonna say it should be blue. Let's run this. So I'm going to zoom out so that we can observe this plot. So you observe now that we have this plot. So now let's say we want to add that for subject 2. So we can use points function. Now this is red in color, so we want red unfilled squares, but now it's subject 2, so we need to change this, and then here we come and say points, right? And we run this. So you observed we now have circles and points in the same plots. So what about the legend? So we can say the legend is going to be, let's say here, top right. Okay, and then I'm gonna say legend, and then we pass in how do we want to name this. So first start with subject 1, and then we have subject 2. Then we have subject 2. So what we also want to add, remember, we also want to add the shapes, and then we pass in and say, remember for subject 1 we used 16, and then for subject 2 it was squares, right? And then we want to add the color. Remember we had blue, this has to be in order, and we also have a red. So if we run this, you notice that we have added the legend, and it is defined or named accordingly. Blue filled circles represent subject 1, and unfilled red squares are for subject 2. I zoom out, you notice that this is our plot.